In Southern Africa, the company guarding the prison of South Africa, where Thabo Bester got away with faking his death and escaping, has had its contract terminated. South Africa's Justice Minister Ronald Lamola told Parliament this week that Bloemfontein Correctional Services (BCC), which hires G4S, has been given 90 days by the Department of Correctional Services (DCS) to complete the operations at the Mangwang Correctional Centre. The public-private partnership would end following the escape of Bester, a convicted murderer and rapist. G4S contract was set to expire on the 30th of June 2026. Joining me now to discuss further is South African journalist Linda Mnisi. Thank you so much for being here this morning on News Now.
Thank you for having me.
All right. On Wednesday, the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court heard the bail application for Dr. Nandipa and her three co-accused. What is the most recent development in the case?
Well, in fact, they were supposed to hear this bail application on Wednesday, but due to new developments in the case, as well as new accused persons in the matter, they had to postpone, given the fact that, of course, they would need to give the state an opportunity to go through, the documents to charge the accused persons, as well as process some of the important documents that would need to have been processed by the time the accused persons apply for bail. So, it did not sit due to all of those new developments. And there was a big discussion in the court around, these submissions and this postponement that was proposed by the state. You'll remember that Dr. Nandipa has been in prison for quite some time now, and she wanted to apply for bail. This matter was set down for bail, but it couldn't go ahead. So the frustration was quite visible from particularly her legal team, who argued that, besides just the state wanting 2 days to hear this bail application, they would need more days, given of course, the number of people that are involved in this matter. You'll remember that so far there are about 8 people that have been arrested. It's only about 3 people that did not show up in court due to, of course, the fact that Dr. Nandipa Magudumana's father, Zolile Sekeleni, had already been granted 10,000 rands bail. But Thabo Bester himself, because he's in prison, the state not seeing a need for him to apply for bail. He's a sentenced prisoner. He can only come back on the 16th of May. So at this point, they're still dealing with issues around bail, and that bail having to take place before Thabo Bester comes back.
All right. Do you have any whirlwind or what charges are being brought against the 2 former G4S employees who were arrested on Monday?
So far, of course, it's the issue around defeating the ends of justice and aiding a prisoner to escape. But also, it's quite interesting because there is a new charge sheet, and then the charge sheet, we're able to kind of see, what the state is going with at the moment. In those provisional charges, they're claiming that accused number 7, who was arrested on Monday, may have received around 1,100 rands to participate in this audacious escape. So they are likely to add more charges or withdraw charges as it goes. But also, you'll remember with the other accused, there were already charges in place, and accused number 1 being the supervisor who was on duty at the prison when Thabo Bester escaped. This is Sinohe Matswara. He had been charged with murder, but now we're seeing the state withdrawing that particular charge, and that raised a lot of eyebrows, given the fact that there's Katlego Bereng's body, which was positively identified. The autopsy report there says that he died of blunt force trauma. So who could have inflicted that blunt force trauma on him if it's none of the accused?
Wow. Quite an insight there, I must say, and we look forward to get more of the latest development coming from this particular case. Thank you so much, Linda, for joining us all the way from South Africa.
Thank you.